Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Day 3, Bracket H of the SKL Qualifiers. We're sitting here watching Indecision versus Blame the Jungler. On Indecision, we have Summeldon on Sion, Weeblit on Skarner, Kelthice on Lulu. I'm a big tough guy playing that Draven, and Hot Dog McGee. She's on that new Nami.
We have Dalen547 on Tryndamere. Boom, it's me on Echo. My Epic Nephew on the Zed. We got Poner Boy on the Vayne, and coming in the support role we have Spearmouse.
And already we got 4v4 in the bot lane is, a 4v3 as Sion and Zed are just kind of playing with each other in that top lane there, trying to get control of those Skarner forts.
Shrines, yeah.
Shrines, and a little invade there. Ward on the jungler start, and let's see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, it doesn't come up till about, I think it's a minute 30, so just trying to secure it there. We do see them putting in that trying to get that early ward down, see if that bot lane's going to try and take Gromp for the extra experience. We saw ADP doing it every game yesterday. There's been a lot of teams doing these unique level 1 strats. We're going to have to see if either of these teams come out with anything, but so far, seems pretty standard. They're going to go down here. I don't think they've picked, or they must have picked up the one in their own jungle, so they are good to go there. They just do have vision. It looks like Echo's going to start Gromp. Going to be standard start coming out from both sides. We're going to have to see with the Skarner hotfix today if he still is that very overwhelming jungler that he has been with that gigantic win rate jumping up.
Summeldon in the top lane picks up that early ward because both junglers starting on that bot side, so we might see some action in the top lane around that 3-minute, 30-second mark, maybe 4-minute mark. So he picked up that ward there, you know, with the sweeping lens already for some early vision. I think that's going to be in Indecision's game. It's just visions. Yeah, I'm a big tough guy, and Hot Dog McGee already put the pressure down in that bot lane.
Yeah, it's not a very fun lane for Vayne. Draven actually just kind of dominates that matchup. Those spinning axes doing a ton of damage level 1. On top, if you have the Nami poke coming in from the heal, it does so much damage, as you can see right there. Heals you straight back out of the trade. Should be able to zone out. I'm very curious we didn't see Similidon take that Sion and start a camp level 1, get that advantage on Tryndamere. Not familiar with the matchup too much, but it does get you ahead in lane.
It does, yeah. And already, yeah, that Nami just putting out insane poke and already securing themselves a nice CS in that bot lane. And
yeah, Vayne's not exactly the greatest farming underneath her turret. Doesn't have any sorts of wave clear in her kit. So unless she goes static shiv, yeah, she's absolutely useless when it comes to wave clearing. Draven, not exactly the best either, but the spinning axe is adding a lot of damage onto your basic attacks. And the double bubble coming out from Nami, already forcing Vayne to go B after she's only got 4 CS so far.
Yeah, not going to be able to pick up much going back that early. It's going to be a rough lane. And Weeblit clearing the bottom side of the jungler, getting that Scuttle Crab, and leaving that blue buff there for a little later. Backs, picks up his first jungle item, and pink wards.
Yeah, definitely going to look for establishing that early vision control. Lots of teams kind of lack in warding, and it definitely bit them in the butt, but the other teams, like ADP Gaming, you saw Fellowship of the Nerds yesterday, really on top of their ward game, and it really helped them get a lot of picks and push those early leads.
And already Summeldon putting out a lot of damage with that decimating smash, and just, getting behind already, 10 CS behind, and it's not looking good so far in the top lane or the bottom lane. But my Epic Nephew in the mid lane, keeping up well with that Lulu, up 5 CS, and faring well against Kelthice there.
Yeah, that matchup actually, I'm surprised is going in the favor of Zed so far. He has not the greatest time wave clearing against Lulu with that glitter lance she can clear, but as both have used all of their sustain already, they can't really push as much. Well, he can't push as much anymore without that mana. Very impressed with his Zed play so far.
Yeah. And already gank into the bot lane. Here comes Boom It's Me. He gets the bubble knocked up. And good damage back from I'm a Big Tough Guy. That's a nice bubble there coming in from Hot Dog McGee.
Yeah, great ward there. They already knew that the Echo was coming in, could prep for it, turn the damage. I feel like at this point, Draven being up already 18 CS, they could possibly 3v2. He doesn't have the damage items, but It's making Vayne lose CS by forcing her to fight, but it looks like Similodon forcing the flash or the ghost there from Tryndamere.
And I'm wondering if we're going to see Skarner come up here to the top lane just before that Tryndamere hits level 6. Get at least one kill on there, but it doesn't look like Weeblet's going to do that. And, so it might have been an easy tower dive coming in, but I think they're just going to let him hit level 6. And, you know, he's already getting pressured in lane, so...
He's doing really great at putting this Tryndamere down. Definitely a champion you do not want to let get going. He does that crit damage he has late game once you get the Blade of the Ruined King, Static Shape, Infinity Edge. Just disgusting. Can't really keep an AD carry alive, especially Draven with not the greatest mobility. But we'll have to see if they can come back. Already got almost about 1,000 gold lead here at the 6 minutes. We'll have to see if they're going to push that early advantage, as they could possibly take a really early dragon with the amount of pressure they have in this bot lane.
And already, here we go. At my FP nephew, ult onto Weeblet, putting a lot of damage there, but there's Kel'Thais. He doesn't have the ult, and first blood goes over to my epic nephew. Finds Weeblet out in that jungle after doing race there, or Raptors, and, you know, pops that death mark on him and gets the kill. First blood goes over to blame the jungler.
And that's a CS advantage coming in with the experience. Kel'Thais not level 6 yet, nor is Weeblet. They don't have their ulties, and Zed goes into the jungle and takes advantage of that. We'll have to see if Skarner can return, try and get that kill back, because Zed is probably the champion you don't want to get ahead in this game.
No, Zed has a lot of opportunity to be able to carry. And, you know, we were talking about in Champ Select who that one player on Blame the Jungler is, you know, going to be able to do that split push, and it looks like already it's going to be my epic nephew on that Zed.
Yeah, I mean, as the game goes on, Similodon is going to get very tanky, and I'm not sure that Tryndamere is going to be pushing against it. Getting Zed ahead will help, as he does go usually in for that Youmuu's Ghostblade Last Whisper really early, which will kind of help negate that Frozen Heart, that Most Silence rush, and as we see Similodon also going for it. But he is putting that Tryndamere down, making him work for that CS. But we'll have to see if this bot lane advantage turns into anything as Big Tough Guy comes back with a BF sword to Vayne's Doran's blade.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of damage with that extra, like those axes are going to be hurting on that Vayne and Alistar. Alistar not having that Unbreakable Will yet, so he's going to be, you know, both of those Power Boy 8200 and Spartan Mouse are going to be taking a lot of damage from the Draven there.
He's very fortunate. Hot Dog McGee doing a great job zoning out the Vayne and Alistar there. Boner Boy does get the Condemn just for some damage. Doesn't pop the true Silver Bolt stacks. He does throw the stand aside out, but just to put some damage down, and that's perfect. The wave's pushing towards him, and Boner Boy and Spartan Mouse just kind of left out to dry. Gonna have to go B here.
Yeah, I just have to freeze that lane there. You know, backing 30 CS behind, you know, it's going to be a tough lane coming out. I think Blame the Jungler is going to want to get out of this laning phase as quick as possible and get my epic nephew on that split push wherever they want.
We do see Weeblet and Hot Dog McGee hanging around the bottom jungle there. Could go for the early dragon. They don't know, but we do. Boom is me very low. He does have that ulti, but my epic nephew kind of couldn't a bad spot here.
There, in between Hot Dog McGee and I'm a Big Tough Guy, and he is just going to get out of there with his shadows. Beautifully played there by my epic nephew to get out of that tough situation. He had four people around him, and Indecision starting the jungle or starting the dragon here, and they're gonna get it, secure that first dragon at that 9-minute mark. So
this is what I was talking about, that early game advantage bot lane has, being able to put that into a dragon. Tryndamere has not even gone B yet. He does have teleport, but won't be as effective as that Scion coming in with the Glacial Shroud. Similodon still up in CS, even though he's gone B, up 20 CS already. That top lane and this bot lane looking very scary, as you can see, with the Nami E onto those spinning axes. I'm a Big Tough Guy putting a lot of damage now.
Yeah, and Similodon, yeah, putting up huge damage. Has got the Glacial Shroud. And it's just able to spam those decimating smashes to get Dalen really low in that top lane. It's looking a little rough for him.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully he can start getting gold B and start building something. He is taking a lot of tower damage. Echo is looking, however, for the gank bot lane, waiting it out. They are pushing under turret, but
it was pinged out there by the bot lane. So They know he's there, and he tries the gank, but to no avail.
I'll have to see Weebla coming in here on My Epic Nephew. We'll have to see if they can get the successful gank here.
They do have Wild Growth this time. Deathmark goes on to Kelthice. And in the bot lane, we have I'm a Big Tough Guy almost killing Pooner Boy. Gets it on the return on the Draven ulti, and in the mid lane, Kelthice lives as Weeblet is chasing My Epic Nephew. And he's going to shadow over into the dragon, hit, and get away as Hot Dog McGee comes up from the bot lane just to scare them away from getting any of those Skarner Shrines.
Yeah, they are trying to keep those Skarner Shrines away from it. It does give them quite a bit of stat boost, and especially once you get in early in the enemy jungle, it basically becomes your jungle. No one can 1v1 you in there. And with the great deep wards from Hot Dog McGee, it's going to be very hard for Blame the Jungler to gank that bot lane successfully and get them to commit onto that turret without being aware that Echo is there, or even Zed if he decides to come down.
And just look at the big difference in play in the bot lane there as Draven picking up that BF Sword, Pickaxe, and Avarice Blade for that extra gold income. He's going to look to go Static Shiv or Yomu's Ghost Blade later for that, big time damage coming in from Draven, and that's someone you don't want with lots of kills.
Yeah, going with that Avarice Blade, just getting a little bit of crit, but also boosting his gold, that's really all you need, as he is going with the Infinity Edge route with Draven. You don't actually need to build the attack speed, just the crit to make use of it. Since Zeal gives you about the same crit that Avarice Blade does, you can ride that Avarice Blade until almost your 4th item. Draven is such an AD dependent champion that attack speed isn't a big deal with how well your spinning axes scale with it. So as you can see, he's just going to keep building damage and just keep putting those half health 1 axes onto the Vayne.
Already, yeah. They're going to keep on forcing Vayne out of this lane. Vayne has to back again. 60 CS down. Just able to get the Bilgewater Cutlass here, but not looking pretty in the bot lane as they're really going to have to rely on
Yeah, Similodon finally finishing that Frozen Heart. Tryndamere still resilient, not going back until he absolutely has to. We do see Indecision picking up their first turret of the game in the bot lane.
Yeah, it's going to net them a 3k gold lead already, just from that one, just from the CS lead all across the map and that one tower. We see a 20 CS gold lead in the top lane, and once again, don't need to harp on this bot lane, but 60 CS gold lead is, it's not looking good maybe going into the
With being this,
My Epic Nephew going in on Kelthice, huge damage. Boom, it's me gets bubbled by Hot Dog McGee, and Kelthice pops the Wild Growth to get the kill onto My Epic Nephew, and here we go. Summeldon comes in with TP, and they're going to secure another kill onto Boom It's Me, and it's going to go over to Hot Dog McGee as 3 for nothing there. Sorry, 2 for nothing there in the mid lane, and Indecision looking to push this mid lane, get another tower as all 4 of them are here.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of an overcommit. Tryndamere once again doesn't have the items, just went back, bought his Static Shiv, and just the damage. They have that global Whirling Death coming out from Draven, putting the damage down when he's not even there. The Tidal Wave coming in from the Nami to CC them. Wild Growth Flash used by Kelthice, but he stays alive through that death mark. This is exactly why I was a little concerned with the Zed pick into the Lulu. That Wild Growth really negates a lot of the damage you are able to put down.
And right there, no response from Blame the Jungler, and their Indecision able to get that tier 2 tower in the mid lane. That's going to open up a lot of just map pressure all across look at Indecision there. 3 pink wards and the Sightstone onto Hot Dog McGee. Look, they've got 3 sweepers to the 4 sights or yellow wards on Blame the Jungler. Looks like they're going to be able to cover the entire map here and make sure that Blame the Jungler can't have a single ward down. As Dalen onto the I'm a Big Tough Guy. He pops that Undying Rage, but he might go down here. Nope, he heals up a little as Weeblet comes in. Oh, Summeldon comes in, kills him with the Decimating Smash. They're on to Spartan Mouse, and he's going to go down to I'm a Big Tough Guy. I'm a Big Tough Guy, bringing in lots of those stacks there. And Summeldon from the back gets the double Decimating Smash onto Pooner Boy, and My Epic Nephew, and Pooner Boy is going to go down to that Decimating Smash on Summeldon. That is a 3 for nothing as they push down the bot lane, hopefully hoping to get that tier 2 tower. Almost a 10k gold lead at 15 minutes. This looking tough for Blame the Jungler.
Maybe a bit of an overcommit there and Draven picking up another kill. You have an overcommit there by the Tryndamere. Dalen thinking he can take this Draven on with just a static shiv. All it does is give him that attack speed. He has no AD build, and he's going in. Draven has a 4,000 gold lead on Vayne alone by himself. You look top lane, he has a 2,200 gold lead on his. That's over half their gold lead on 2 players, and that's mostly just from laning. Draven's actually just popping his stacks, would have got a lot of gold there, leading to another dragon. Very curious why Blame the Jungler is looking for that kind of fight. But however, it's this vision that is really giving Indecision the go-ahead for those fights, knowing that Tryndamere was kind of by himself there.
Yeah, and it looks like they have shrines almost all over the map for Skarner there, so it's... And right there, Poonerboy, with the shrine right by him, doesn't want to pick it up there yet. Or no, it is picked up by Blame the Jungler. My apologies, but... Spartan Mouse cleared out some pink wards in their own jungler. Indecision's jungle. But Hot Dog McGee is there with her sweeping lens, and they're able to have some good coverage. Lots of pinks coming out, and right there, Tryndamere, Jalen 547, able to get that tower just on that split push. Even when put behind, Tryndamere is able to, get that sneaky towers. Here we go, Weeblet onto Dalen 547, and they just get the kill. He had the Undying Rage available, but figured it wasn't gonna be worth it this time. It just dies.
I don't know if he was expecting the amount of damage that came out there from Similodon and Weeblet with the burst, proccing the stun from Skarner with his passive. It's a lot of damage, but Indecision doing exactly what they need to do. Vayne and Tryndamere being those really strong late game champions. They are pushing this advantage, grouping, and taking turrets. Vayne's farming by herself bot lane, but at this point, it's not really that big of a deal. Draven with that static shiv IE, going to be doing a ton of damage. On top, you're throwing down that help kicks to get those extra damage in with those little autos that help, and we do see Whirling Death come out, I think just to clear the way bot lane. Free farm with that ulti, still up, 60 CS on that Vayne, and they're going to take another turret.
6 turrets to 1 as they secure themselves a 10k gold lead. And I'm a big tough guy coming in on Poonerboy, gets the Whirling Death, flashes forward, drops his axe, but I think with the red buff there is going to be able to put enough damage, and he gets another kill. He's on a rampage. 4-0-3 Draven.
Doing a 650 crit without even spinning axe. Hits him with just a normal hit. That is a lot of damage. Well, there's just not much you can do at this point to stop him. They have so much frontline, just great support all around. You have the Nami healing and the shields and wild throws coming out from Lulu. It's going to be very hard to take down this very fed Tryndamere on top of this giant Scion who's going to be sitting on your back line, basically being unkillable with how far ahead he is with his items.
Yeah. And they're right there fighting in the blue side of the Blame the Jungler's jungle, and they're just clearing out some wards, waiting for that. Here we go, parallel conversion coming in, but Hot Dog McGee sending out the wave there, and they're going to pick up a kill onto Weeblet for Blame the Jungler, but Hot Dog McGee secures another kill onto Spartan Mouse, as Similodon's chasing down kills here. Is he going to be able to get the decimating smash on Boom? It's me. No. Condemn coming in from Poonerboy to stop him from that. But huge fight coming in there from Indecision, putting out a lot of damage. Even though they lost Weeblet on that Skarner, they're still able to put huge damage. Flashes away, but you cannot flash away from an auto.
Unfortunately, yeah, with that slow from the Nami adding the extra damage onto those auto attacks, he is just absolutely crushing this team. The Vayne has really nothing he can do. It was a great try for Blame the Jungler to try and catch out Weeblet there, but unfortunate. Echo is forced to ulti here. If you miss the bubble, the flash comes out.
And they're just disengaging here, trying to get this inhibitor tower, and they're just going to back away as Skarner's coming up. They've got Baron coming up, 20. They might actually be looking for that 20-minute Baron. As you know, there's not much else on the map that they can take except for those inhibitor towers, and just getting that Baron might help take those inhibitor towers easier.
I think regardless if they go for Baron or not, they can definitely bait one. At this point, they are so far ahead. If Blame the Jungler was to come for Baron, they're probably going to get in a fight and just decimated. This team is so far ahead, it's really hard. Tryndamere still no AD build, just attack speed. Will be critting once he fills up that rage bar, but it's not a lot of crit when you don't have a lot of AD. Vayne finally just finishing her Blade of the Rune King. Itemize wise, they just can't fight Indecision right now. And if they try at Baron, we'll have to see Dalen getting caught out here.
Summeldon gets the slow onto him. Is Weeblet going to be able to catch up? Oh, Decimating Smash gets the slow. Weeblet coming out. He gets the ult onto him, and they're going to take down Dalen here real soon. Oh, and this is that spinning, the spin, and he gets taken down there by Kelthais in that mid lane.
Not really sure what Dalen was doing in their jungle. They definitely noticed him coming in. They have a ton of wards around that Baron in their enemy jungle. I'm curious if they are going to just go for the push, maybe grab this third dragon for them, then do the push. But they can really dictate the pace of the game right now. They're so far ahead, it's really up to them where they want to go and how long this game is going to last. They can definitely win these 5v5 team fights, and if they just want to push under turrets, they can.
Here they go, gank on the mid lane into My Epic Nephew. He flashes away and might be able to get out. Here's Kelthais onto him. He's going to Deathmark onto Kelthais and get away with his shadows there, sneaking a little, but there's Summeldon with the Unstoppable Onslaught, and they're going to secure that kill onto BZ. I'm a big tough guy, putting out huge damage right now, 1v3, but here comes the rest of his team. They're going to push up the mid lane. Big slow, Dalen's going to go down immediately from that ult. Oh, just look at the damage coming out from Indecision. They're just flashing into the base of Blame the Jungler, and they're looking for the ace here as they're going deep for this. They're going real deep.
Maybe a little too deep, but I mean, this is where you can coin the term beast mode. Draven just crushing it. Nami already finishing that Zeke's Harbinger, and there is a ton of damage. When you have 90% crit on Draven at level 12, you're going to be throwing out those spinning axes and dealing a massive amount of damage. As you see, they run through their base, not punished at all, walk right out to the front door, destroy the tower, then take the inhibitor. This is not looking good at all for Blame the Jungler.
No, they're off to get Dragon now. Third Dragon of the game, potentially looking to Baron after that. It's a blowout so far, but Blame the Jungler is probably going to need to figure out ways that they can come back into this, see if they can get a split push threat from some of them, or just a catch in the jungle, or that's what they're doing. They're slowly coming in, but it's too late.
Sion ulti is popped, I believe, going towards that top lane as Tryndamere did TP to the top lane. Decimating Smash dropping. We're going to see. He might not be able to get away here. He doesn't have Ghost.
And those Decimating Smash is coming out nice, and they're with that, CDR coming in from Summeldon. Able to put out huge damage, but Dalen's just going to spin over the wall, and there's no way Summeldon can get to him as has no flash.
He does, however, just spin away from the wall. Not bad. That Sion ulti not on a big cooldown. Really not that big of a deal to use it. But Tryndamere TPing with that giant wave top, trying to get a turret for his team, getting a little bit of gold. They could really use anything at this point. Being down almost 16k gold at 23 minutes. The itemization, Draven finishing his Bloodthirster now, just adding to that AD. Those crits after Harbinger is popped. It's going to be devastating. We'll have to see if they decide to take Baron. There's really no need for it, but
the ward coverage that Indecision has around Baron right now says that they can take Baron whenever they want. They could take it right now as, Blame the Junglers in the base, and they wouldn't even be ready for it. But they're just, might just be looking for more kills. Who knows what they're doing at this point.
Blame our Junglers is honestly only safe in their own base at this point. If they don't have the ward coverage, they can't see anything. Pretty much the entire map is dark. They have a little bit of wards bot lane. Now, at least they know that part that they have warded, that's not where they are. But as for the rest of the map, it's pretty much a guessing game, and it looks like they might either just go start Baron here or bait it, and they do start it.
start. It's going down fairly quick for a 24-minute Baron, and Blame the Jungler not even reacting yet. They haven't seen Indecision on the map for quite a while, and they're going to get this without Blame the Junglers even knowing. There they go. They pick it up, and they're going to push down. They might even just try to push down the mid lane and go for that end as Dalen's off to the side, and they're going to catch out someone here. Summeldon ulting in. Here comes the wave. Are they going to catch someone out here? No, they can't even get the slowdown, but that's okay. There's probably don't need that. As I'm a big tough guy. Huge. That's 2 autos, and he's already down to half health on Boom It's Me. Dalen in the back line, but he's already going to go down, and Weeblet gets the kill there as they're going to push up that mid lane.
Honestly, they have a huge wave pushing in top. They just need to shove the mid lane, get that going, so that the super creeps are going in there, as well as the super creeps. My apologies. The Baroned up minions in the top lane. Take that turret, take the inhibitor. They can honestly end the game. They just have so much of an advantage. They can fight underneath these Nexus turrets if they want. You have Baroned up creeps coming in top. You have Baroned up super minions coming in through mid. Bot lane's not really doing much. If they look to fight, they probably won't be able to hold them off the turrets. This is probably game here.
I think this is game as Indecision pushes into the base. 26 minutes. Are they going to be able to end it here? We got a 9-0 Draven. He's been putting out those crits, big crits, all over the whole game, and they're just looking for some tower or some base kills right now, and that's the end of the game.
Yeah, big tough guy, really living up to his name. Looks like he's studied some pretty serious Draven players. Xanator definitely on that list. Great game though. Indecision, really solid play. They snowballed their lanes correctly. They really dominated their lanes. There's not much more you can say. They were just really greatly played by Indecision.
And even after giving up first blood in that mid lane, Kelthais definitely didn't back away from that fight there, and he just, was there for his team with the wild growth and the slows from, Glitterlance and stuff like that, and they were able to pretty much take a clean win off of Blame the Jungler.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to take a break here, and when we come back, we should have another game out of Bracket H. I'm not sure exactly who it is now, but we'll be right back.